Facebook, YouTube. This video is going to be called The Message. It's a very important message. Remember on Facebook, I was looking at videos of the 2000s. It was being played in synth wave, but the videos contained you know, kids playing outside, um, people out and about, shopping plazas full, from one end to the building to the end, uh, people were still going out, they were still doing stuff. Um, there wasn't a big virus, you know. Some of the videos, 9/11 didn't even happen yet, and the wave of nostalgia hit, and I sat and thought, wow, I took a lot for granted, and I wonder if other people has felt that as well. But when you think about it, we take a lot of stuff for granted, and as we continue to approach the future, um, things are disappearing. Um, I don't know. I think in my other videos I talked about how this negative wave hit before after COVID. Um, but it's like I keep talking about the left, but you know, many of them get so mad about stuff that you're not even trying to hurt them. But you know, these people in general. Uh, I was remembering a park I used to go to in Windsor Locks. Um, I'm from Connecticut, by the way. If I had anybody watching this that are not from my area, and met them 2010, and by 2018, um, majority of them are dead. You know, and then 2018, if I remember correctly, the same year we lost Toys R Us. And I remember thinking and telling people, we must be living in bad times for us to freaking lose Toys R Us. And little do we know, just 2 years later, it's COVID, and we really lost stuff. You know, um, enjoy everything positive. Enjoy everything you can now, be it a store, a franchise, a brand, because it really might not be here tomorrow. I remember, when we were kids, for those of us that are my age or older, young, a little bit younger, I remember you wanted to do something, you want to go somewhere, and your parents would say, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be there tomorrow." And nowadays, today's parents can't say that, because some stuff might not be there tomorrow. I think around 2017 or 18 was also when Papa Gino's, one of my favorite pizza restaurants, that sunk, and um, there's only one left in Connecticut. You have to go to Mass to get Papa Gino's. Um, Sorry for the lighting. It's sunsetting. Um, and the week before that happened, I actually was going to go to Papa Gino's, and my ex-wife at the time was the one that was like, she didn't want to go. And then I think the next day it closed. Imagine working there because there was no notice it was going to close. So imagine getting up, going to work, and there's a sign saying you don't have a job. You know, that's actually how it happened. There was no warning. There was no, this we were going to close. Nothing. It was just you get up, go to work, and boom. You know. So, and again, this is before COVID. You know. Now here we are, 2024, 4 years after COVID hit, and there's still businesses closing down that still have not quite recovered from COVID. Um, and the New World Order, they're doing this on purpose. Like, I hate to admit it, but the whole thing with the 80s, 1980s, how we look at that time period um, as the time of awesomeness, remember they control the mainstream. They're actually controlling us to, you know, I mean, maybe, I'm pretty sure it was, any way you look at it, but as we approach the future and stuff keeps happening, we are being nostalgic. It has us in this nostalgic, you know, crying for yesterday. Um, but you really can't blame us, but they keep adding stuff um, to add to our misery. Um, but going to be nostalgic, also try to enjoy today, enjoy everything, even if it's just a simple walk in nature. Because tomorrow it might not be there. It might not be here. You know, some of you guys I've done past life readings for, and even if you believe in reincarnation, or in my case, and those that spiritual, even those that know reincarnation is real, still enjoy it because you know eras end. You know, um, my past life, I was an early 1900s catch wrestler. Okay, that catch wrestling still exists, but the rules, that the way they do it, are no longer. Um, you know, it's in the underground. I fight in the underground, and the rules are not the same as it was. The underground rules are the same as the early 1900s, but it's not on a mainstream level. And it's just now, for those that know your history, catch wrestling has turned into professional wrestling, and it also helped birth Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and it also helped birth uh, MMA and sort of street fighting as well. But you know, Gracie's the faults of marketing, telling people that they created grappling. That's not true, but they have people brainwashed. This is my first introduction to how people are brainwashed because, uh, I used to tell people about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and how wrestling actually was, you know, has more moves. It's was before Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and people at that time didn't listen. People. I had a rival named Kevin. Um, he didn't believe me because he was so enwrapped in the MMA crowd and whatever they say went. So if it was to disrespect karate, telling karate doesn't work, he people went with that. So Brazilian Jiu Jitsu being better than wrestling, they went with that. So now years later, people are seeing what I was talking about, but it took them years to realize that. That's how brainwashing work, and that's now I see it you know in the mass media. But I'm actually very thankful for that rivalry with him because that's how I first learned about how people are brainwashed, and you know, um, it closes the mind. You know, instead of exploring, what's out there, the crowd tells them to do this, they do it. Quite frankly, if you ask me, if I had a rival and he did an art, I'm not going to go and it's just my 2 cents, my point of view, the way I see things. I'm not going to go and take the same art going to that they're taking because they might know the moves already. They're more experienced at the art, whatever art that is. So I would take something different, so in hopes of learning something they might not know. Um, and when I had my rivalry, some jujitsu schools didn't do leg locks, and I caught on to that. And um, even though I arm locked them you know, most of our matches, I would go for leg locks, and he didn't know how to defend it, and he would panic and feed me his arm, and I would grab it and arm lock him. So it's very important to think outside the box. But anyways, industry, stores, ways of life, ways of doing things, ways of getting entertainment is changing, and some of us are learning that it might be better. The old school way might be better, and it's things are dying out. And this is not even about artificial intelligence, which is another thing that is, you heard me talk about it before, but it's taking jobs. It's things are being ruined. Okay, so also the future in cartoons. I mean cartoons and animation skits and movies and TV series and video games predict the future, predicted stuff happening, predicted some celebrities' deaths. Okay, some storylines deep in the future. Um, I believe I used to watch this anime called Tekkaman, and it's in that future, the human race, the population went down, so it almost doesn't exist. Um, I think Thundercats, when they come to Third Earth, it's just it's the same Earth, but it's another version of it, and there weren't many humans alive. You know, so how much you want to bet? With the emergence of, and I'm not saying it's bad to be gay, but now they're making it okay. No, now they're feeding in the LBQT and those agendas. To the point where that's another thing that's going. Like I said, the LBQT is the woke left. They're taking away our freedom of speech. That's going out the window. So how much you want to bet that that's part of the agenda, and that's going to help further accelerate the depopulation of the earth. It's definitely part of the agenda. If you sit down and look, you know, it's not female and female that creates life. It's not male and male that creates life. It's male and female. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not okay to be gay. You're what you are. Um, but this universe requires balance. You need balance in this universe. That's what this universe. So with that knowledge, one cannot deny that. To create life is male and female. And when, you know, you can't tell me all these people that all of a sudden are gay or lesbian that some of them, I have a friend that from school that I've known, and all of a sudden they're completely gay now. And a lot of people in society has followed suit. You can't tell me that's not a coincidence. That they were curious their entire life. No, some people, yes, but not this many people. Not this many people in the population. So you know, whatever you believe in, keep yourself at a high vibration. One thing about 2020 is the music scene in Connecticut has exploded. And all these places to dance, and dancing is a good way to raise our vibration. Enjoy everything you can as positive right now. Enjoy it. Be it exercising, just a simple walk in the park, just being in nature, dancing, going to a store. You know, if you could control your mind to not believe the media, if you enjoy the news and you can control yourself to not believe the stuff you see on media, enjoy everything. You know, if you must, I always say avoid the media, but I mean, if you watch it to get a laugh at how they try to push agendas, have at it, you know, but just enjoy everything you can. Stop being offended. Enjoy people. Stop being offended. Stop letting stupid stuff ruin friendships, especially those on the left. Because I've had two friendships that went completely destroyed, and all I was trying to do was hang out with them, and it went through all this shit just for trying to hang out, and um, it's just stupid how, you know, it's just stupid that people let things go to that degree where we become arch enemies. I've had to hex them Um, I know you guys can't really see me right now, but I've had to hex them, and it's all that all over what the initial plan was, trying to get them to hang out, and it turned into a big fuss, a big argument, big fight. I had to hex them, two people. Um, you know, one's no, I embarrassed one. So she won't even face me. So some of the stuff I told her I noticed. I'm not going to get into the details, but um, but it didn't have to be all that. It was just trying to hang out. So enjoy everything. If you can, stop being depressed. I know this is depressing times, but when you raise your vibration, you make everything better for everybody. Because high vibration, fun, um, high energy, vibrance, it's contagious. So let it be contagious. Remember the song, "When You Smile, the Whole World Smiles with You"? Keep that energy. Keep that in your mind. Girls just want to have fun. Keep that. Keep that in your mind. Boys want to have fun too. But since a lot of people are very nostalgic about the 80s was all about having fun. No one gave a crap. Let's try to get back to that energy. Not giving a crap, just having fun and enjoying stuff. Okay, I don't know if in my other videos I do a ritual where I watch stuff from the 80s, concerts from Boy George and Duran Duran, and just now I added Adam and the Ants, and how it was just having a good time. People were dancing, like, we need to get back to that. We need to raise the vibration of the earth, and one way to raise the vibration of the earth is through dancing. It's one of the best ways to raise your vibration. So get out there and dance. Don't be ashamed. Be a free spirit. Shine. Be a star. A star shines without worrying if the others will shine too. It just shines. It's just a flower. It doesn't worry about if the other flowers are blooming. It just blooms. Just do that. Do it. And who cares what the naysayers are going to say? Because the naysayers are the haters. They don't want to see other people happy, so they try to make you miserable too, and don't let them. Continue being you. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you just keep doing you. Because in the end, they also respect you. They won't. They might not admit it, but anyways, just know that the haters come from a place of insecurity. That's why they, But anyways, I'm running out of time. That's the message. Take it easy.